It's Week 7 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on Roquan Smith. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Ravens and the Chargers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there, right?
The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Man in motion here. Lamar now from the gun. Bateman hauls it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down, here's Lamar. Dumps it off to his running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 2nd and 3 now. Pistol snap to Jackson. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Lamar throwing again. Gets this to Bateman. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll motion a tight end left. Now Jackson on 3rd down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Darius Davis to return it. And look at this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency. Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. To the air this time. Herbert. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Lad McConkey. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Motioning the tight end left. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Dumped off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Chargers take possession. It's the first carry for the Auburn rookie. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Rolling left, buying some time. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Herbert back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. Motioning one of the tight ends. 1st down throw for Jackson. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Lamar off the play fake. Buying some time left. Now here he goes. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tuli Tuipulotu in for the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
The gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Jackson now on 3rd. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Jordan Stout on now to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Sanders running dead ahead. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. And they send a man in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Throwing the out route complete. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Encroachment defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for him now, following the penalty. Herbert now. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Finds a man, right side.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Encroachment defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still third down.
Following the flag, they've got 3rd and 3. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's going to be 4th and short. Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He's got Andrews. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st down, Jackson. Hits him on the out route. On the move, past the 40. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Lone back gets the hand, fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll throw on 3rd and long. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. The Ravens, and this running back headed back out for a new series. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be two hands on the football as they return to the field. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Pass complete to Walker. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Lamar now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. Takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 9-point advantage. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They've got a man in motion. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Herbert on 1st down. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Ravens back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A tight end in motion now. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They send a receiver in motion right. Play fake, Jackson. Dumped off to his running back. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding, offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. They send a tight end in motion. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Into the hands of Likely. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tuli Pulotu in for the tackle. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Not a person in this stadium didn't start tensing up the way I did up in the booth. You could feel that goal line coming, right? Pressure right in his face. Nearly turns into a couple points now. Well, now you got to be so careful. No breathing room for the next snap.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Herbert back to throw. This into the hands of Will Dissly. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 50-yard line.
Play action now for Herbert. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exact.
Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Dumps it off to his running back. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Cam Hart's up for the tackle that time. Third down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Slot man in motion left. First down throw for Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Lamar out of the pistol. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's going to be third and long. From the gun, Jackson. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. So after getting that pass away, he's in some visible discomfort. Training staff out now to see how serious it may be. Here's Jordan Stout coming on again to punt. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Lad McConkey. And it sets up second down. Back to the air, Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got a gain of 6 there. Adisa Isaac stops him there. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Herbert from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's Herbert once more. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be second down. Herbert to throw once more. Gets this to McConkey. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chargers will have a first. Herbert throwing again. Finds McConkey. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make it a one-score game before halftime. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird?
Ooh.
In the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know, but whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did, and he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Washington now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down, here's Lamar. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
2nd and 10 now. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Option design here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Breaks the tackle, still going. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Found some space, ended up with 18 on that return. And the Chargers will be set up with some great field position here. 1st and 10, Herbert. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That one's incomplete in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore. The Ravens flying into the break with a lead. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where you see the final score there. Jared Goff, over 400 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes as well. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Jalen Waddle, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Mac Jones leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the 3rd. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Herbert. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And this is another incompletion. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 28. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Jackson now on 3rd. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Chargers take possession. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Justin Matabike making that stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They run again with Herbert. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. Back to throw, here's Herbert. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And now they're staring at a 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Play fake, Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets out of trouble.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Throw on 3rd down. He's got time here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That's now a handful of sacks for the defense and a handful of bruises for the quarterback. Consider this, Kate. Truly elite defenses in this league, well, they average just over 3 sacks a game during an entire season. You put up 5 in a contest, you're playing like one of the league's best.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. The Charger offense making its way to the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Herbert with a blitz coming. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Connects on the crosser. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the pistol, it's Herbert. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Handoff running right, Hubbard. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st and 10, here's Herbert. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
They're gonna throw it on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's gonna bring up 4th down. Couldn't connect with Lad McConkey. And they're gonna be stuck with a 4th and long. They'll send out the punting unit. Austin McNamara will kick this away. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're gonna have the ball at the 20. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's got Andrews. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Lamar now from the gun. Taken in by Likely. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That one gains 7. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Running it now out of the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he'll push forward for a small gain into the 31. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long.
3rd and 12.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. And this one doesn't go far.
Complete to Mark Andrews.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. Herbert on 1st down. Stays in the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Herbert from the gun. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. Got to figure out this third down here. Throwing now, Herbert. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throw for Jackson. Gets this to Bateman. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
And 9 at their 49-yard line.
Now Jackson off the play action. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. When you talk to kickers about kicking field goals of this length, they will tell you, Kate, you got to keep it a little lower and you got to drive it, but you still got to be accurate. Basically, all the pieces got to come together like they just did to hit from that distance.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Counterplay, Hubbard. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Herbert now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it brings up an LA first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now Herbert to throw. Setting up the screen. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick.
Well, nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives defenses a lot more speed on the back end to step in front of passes just like that.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. First down, here's Lamar. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, he keeps it left on the option. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Man in motion here. Play action, here's Jackson. This finds Likely. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First and goal, they'll try an option to the left. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Now it's Jackson. Dump off caught by his back. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage. 2nd and goal back to all the way up to the 14 here.
At the 14-yard line.
They'll send him up the middle. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. It's an 8-yard gain, and that gives him a much better look here on 3rd and goal. Now here's Lamar. Rolling out to his left. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touch.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's scooped up by the Chargers. He's at midfield. The 30. And he does it, Brock. He takes the fumble all the way back for 2 points the other way. The circumstances really broken just the right way. They open up not just the opportunity to force the turnover, Brock, but to take it all the way back the other way for 2.
It just kind of felt like everybody on the field realized it too, right? Everything lined up, saw the lane open to begin the trek all the way down the field. And fortunately, He had enough gas in his tank to finish it.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out runs their offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running right, here's Herbert. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack. Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
On 3rd down, Herbert. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, that's one of those situations you want to get your back in space. Well, you accomplish that. Unfortunately, you don't make anything happen because you don't bring the ball in cleanly.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Ravens will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We'll pause now for an injured player, and no problems identifying who this is. It's a big one, folks. It is Lamar Jackson who's shaken up after that one. They put Flowers in motion right. First throw for the backup now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Finds his man over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. So it's 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. And they send a man in motion. Walker hauls it in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
And 8 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39. Escapes his grasp. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Throwing now on first down. Gets himself free. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Walker going in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on. Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown and field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. This offense getting all set for this series. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Throwing on first is Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 2nd and 3 now. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
False start. Offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Herbert connects with Hubbard. Jukes one defender, and he's short of the first after a mild gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 47, completes this one to Granson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. He beams one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st and 10, Herbert. And he can't reel it in, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Now Herbert again. Got his target, it's Granson. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Chargers down by a very unlucky 13. Third and a lone yard coming up. Herbert to throw once more. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers get it back to within 6.
Chargers 16.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Washington now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Their offense running back out now. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now, is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another carry for him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They give it to him again. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us. Indeed, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and then you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.